Oh, didn't see you there. Oh my goodness, I'm just busy celebrating the fact that Farmers League teams, as they like to call us, are absolutely ripping up the Champions League, while Man United, the most informed Premier League team, are going down faster than Schalke, Scheiße 04. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Eduardo Camavinga. Here's a transfer video. Leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and you know what? My lights are starting to disappoint me again. Disappointing me like an old man without Viagra. Please, look, click the join button. Support the channel like that, man. We need some money. We need to buy some new lights, guys, to upgrade the channel, alright? People are like, George, what do you mean? Your video quality is already good. What do you need to upgrade? I need to upgrade my lights, okay? I spent about 5 minutes trying to make sure they stay on, all right? I recorded this twice and they disappointed me. They let me down like Man United's players. They let me down. Okay, so this time this Camavinga story makes a whole lot more sense because it's coming from France Football, not Christian Fake, not Bild, Sports Bum. It's coming from a very legitimate source. They know a lot about French players. I'm not sure if we should just 100% trust them, but here's what they're saying. Bayern want Camavinga. Bayern's priority is to strengthen the midfield ahead of Javi Martinez's departure next summer. So that could either mean Tolisso also ends up leaving as well, because guess what? There was a point 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago, in April, we made a video and everyone knew Tolisso was gone. And then Thiago ended up being the one to leave. And then of course we still brought in Roca and then Thiago Dantas, and I'm still thinking to myself, maybe that's enough. But then Bayern Munich, according to Bild and now France Football, Bayern aren't satisfied, man. Not satisfied. The club's recruitment department, of course, with Brazo, and the French scout. Oh, that makes sense. France FC is back, baby. Our French chief scout, we just nabbed him up from Leverkusen. They're big fans of Camavinga. Laurent Bouzard, he's a big fan of Camavinga's playstyle. I'm a big fan too. I think Camavinga is very, very, very good. And you know what? If Bayern Munich are prioritizing a midfielder, then I think we should prioritize a right back. We need one. We need one with quality, ability. France Football also adds that Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Man United are the other clubs interested in Camavinga. Let's take Man United out of the equation. Bang. He wants to play Champions League football. Take them out. Man bum United. Get out, okay? This is the big man. Take PSG out. Oil money. He doesn't want to be in Ligue 1. He wants a real league. Real Madrid, here's where it gets complicated. Actually, let's bring United back in. They're losing Paul Pogba. They'd want someone with a similar profile, really young, like Paul Pogba. So I guess people would think, okay, they'll go for Camavinga. And this is where Real Madrid could go for Pogba. But that's not how it works, all right? We have to sweep in if we want Camavinga. This is a perfect opportunity because everyone imagined Camavinga at Real Madrid. And I imagined him there too. But because Bayern prioritized him for some reason, strengthening the midfield, maybe he's just one of the options. We're also looking at Florian Nahus. We're also looking at Denis Zakaria, but we know a little bit more about them. But this Camavinga one's very interesting today because it actually materializes what I'm thinking about. Mino Raiola just pretty much said, Pogba, he's out of United. Real Madrid's midfield situation, they need an experienced, talented midfielder, superstar like Paul Pogba, because Modric is leaving, so they need someone of that ilk. Toni Kroos is getting older. They need someone that can bring that leadership to their midfield. Not necessarily saying Pogba brings everything, but Camavinga's too young for that. Man United, on the other hand, they probably want someone more accomplished in the role of a CDM, or I don't know what they're trying to do. But if Mauricio Pochettino was able to take the job, I don't think he'd want Camavinga. I think he'd want someone with a little bit more frigidness in them. So he'd want a big, tall guy like Wilfred Ndidi. So this whole thing could be a great opportunity for either Bayern Munich or Paris Saint-Germain, Paris Saint-Germany, absolutely getting toyed off the park by the Germans. But essentially, it's between PSG for me and Paris Saint-Germain. And Bayern, my bad. So that's where it's at. Now let's talk about Camavinga because, again, a lot of people don't know about him. Camavinga is actually very talented. I think, for me, he's one of the best midfielders in Ligue 1, which technically makes him one of the best in the world, if you're thinking about it. Play style-wise, think of Paul Pogba with a little bit more discipline defensively. A lot more discipline defensively. This kid's awareness at such a young age, he's 18 years of age. but he plays like he's 50. Well, it's not a good thing. We don't need that 50 slowness. No, that's half a century, man. Relax. All right, he plays like he's in his prime. His passing is very, very accomplished as well. I don't know, he just has an awareness of the pitch that most young players at the age of 18 don't possess. That's something I very much like in him. I think there are things in his game that he will improve. You know what? I know there's a comment coming right now. Next Renato Sanchez, blah, 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 blah. Either from a Bayern fan that don't want us to sign him or from a rival fan. Why does he have to be the equivalent of a failed transfer like Renato Sanchez? Why can't he be the next Alphonso Davies, a player we buy and make him great? Why can't he be Jamal Musiala, a player we buy and make him great? Why can't he be the next Kimmich, a player we buy and make him great? Why can't these things happen? Why can't he be the next Serge Gnabry, a player we buy and make him great? Why? Why just that one signing of Renato Sanchez? How would that be the one to turn you off? So sway away from thinking he's the next Renato Sanchez, because he's not. He's a completely different player. They don't play necessarily the same way. His dribbling reminds me a little bit of Renato Sanchez, but I think he's much more accomplished defensively, more disciplined. He seems to understand the game in a completely different manner to most players if you look at it on the pitch. If you looked at his game versus Chelsea, I watched that. He didn't necessarily rip it apart, but every time he got on the ball, every time he did a specific action, you could understand that this kid is very talented. And he's a modern CDM, a modern number 6. He sits in front of the back four, and instead of just standing there like Casemiro does, he actually takes the ball and distributes it. Very efficient on the ball. Beautiful, actually. Extremely talented. I think his ball moving skills are what surprised me the most. Because, of course, I did the research and I watched a billion. No. I just watched highlights. But I did watch a few Rennes games before this. I always knew about Camavinga. I just never thought we'd have him. I watched him with the French national team. Again, my man scored an overhead kick. He's just talented. If you think about him, just think about Musiala as a CDM. Confidence, wants to do whatever they feel like they need to do. Just enjoy playing. I like that in him. He enjoys playing. Yeah. So, very, very good. Physically well built as well. You look at him. I mean, he can obviously develop, but that's why you come to Bayern, baby. You come here to come gain some muscles. You come here to come be Dwayne The Rock Camavinga. I don't know. You need to be big here. So, yeah, players do come here and just get muscles, right? And then they leave. And then they go back to their parent clubs after beating them 8-2. Coutinho. Nah, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about Camavinga. This video isn't about Camavinga solely. It's also about another Frenchman. I'm telling you, France FC. Dioututule Upamecano. I don't know his name. Upamecano. We all know about him. That's why the last one is about him. Everyone knows everything about Upa. There is something I'm noticing about Upamecano's game. The more I slightly observe it as a player that will potentially play for us. Bayern Munich are also prioritizing Upamecano, so just so you know that. So here's the situation. Upamecano is a perfect center back, but he's too perfect. You ever seen like one of those attractive girls that just, you're like, is that makeup? How is she that attractive? She takes off the makeup, and then you're like, damn, she is that attractive. Oh my, no, she's beautiful. Oh my goodness. And then you speak to her, and every word that comes out of her mouth, you just want to slap her. Because she just has this ugly voice. Oh my goodness. And her personality is great, but she has this ugly voice. You want to slap her every time you hear her speak. That's what Upa is. He is so good at everything. But there's just that one thing that pisses me off. And Ralf Rangnick said it. Upamecano has that dangerous pass he likes doing. He just likes dangerous moments. Against PSG, it wasn't a penalty, but he gave the ball away to give Di Maria an opportunity to do what he does best, and that's dive. He gave him an opportunity to do that. If he didn't necessarily make that little pass, he wouldn't have gotten that. That's all there is to Upamecano's game. Defensively, he's perfect. This guy pocketed Lewandowski a year or two ago. I remember it very, very vividly. He pocketed Levy. In February, when we played Leipzig, he pocketed him too. And this weekend, Lewandowski couldn't touch the ball. Upamecano was all over the place. And the one time Upa came out was when we played in behind them and Konate, Muller came through. And yeah, that was the one time in the game Upa did something wrong. But apart from that, this guy was solid the entire game. Upamecano has one mistake in his game. That's it. That little dangerous moment, that dangerous pass. Now, there are moments where you can be like, he should have made this tackle, but he's 22. He's learning. He's going to improve as a defender. He's going to learn more things and get more mature. And especially being at Bayern, he'd fit us perfectly. Our system is very fluid. And here's something I really like about Nagelsmann, bad man, and really what he did with Upamecano. So important. He actually got Upa to play a back four more often. Thank goodness, because I wanted to see how he'd play in a back four, because we don't play a back three like Leipzig. We play a back four. We need our midfielders, we need our attackers. So I was thankful with Nagelsmann because Upamecano still did his thing. It took some adapting for him to finally get his strides going. But look, this guy's literally one of the fastest players in the Bundesliga. I mean, you can't go wrong. So this is because Alaba will leave us 100%. I don't know where he's going. I feel like he's going to Juventus or something. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling in my heart that he's going to end up somewhere that's very skeptical. He might even go to PSG. I don't know. Alaba isn't necessarily signaling to me that he wants to go to Real Madrid or Barcelona, but he's not signaling to me that he won't go to those clubs like PSG. I don't know what he wants. I genuinely get so confused every time I think about Alaba. But Upamecano is a perfect replacement. His passing is world class. Seriously. His dribbling. Am I even on the Upa screen? Yes, I am. I can't mess that up. His passing is world class. I hate to say it. What do I mean I hate to say it? This could be our future player right here. His passing is world class. He's a leader at the back. My goodness. Remember the Tottenham game in, was it 2019? Or was it the beginning of this year? Yeah. Leipzig took out Tottenham. Yeah. So beginning of 2020. It's crazy. We're almost at the end of 2020, man. And we're still not a 6K. Yeah, so he absolutely bossed up Jose Mourinho. He bossed up, I think Harry Kane was in that game too. He bossed up everyone. He was quintessential. He just oozed through that game. And that was another game where I'm like, dang, Upa, you are so good. So if Upamecano can just get that one dangerous pass out of his game, which is very easy, it's not like he doesn't know he's doing it. He clearly he's literally apologizing to his teammates as he's about to do it. He knows this is a dangerous pass. He just wants to try it because when it works, it looks beautiful. His dribbling, his coming out of the back and commanding of his area as a center back is all excellent. You can look at the stats. Oh, he wins this amount of this. But every time I watch Upa play, I'm like, this guy just can't do anything wrong, and then he does that one pass. But yeah, this is the end of the transfer video. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Now, look, click join, click subscribe. We need to get more members, man, so I can pay for new lights. Mia, and peace.